So you've just arrived in Raleigh. What should you expect? I'm Allison Warnerowski with the W Real Estate Group, and when helping people relocate to Raleigh, North Carolina, we get the pleasure of being some of the first people to introduce them to the city. So in this video, we will give you some of the most common first impressions of Raleigh that we've experienced from our clients. First off, people are surprised by our airport. For such a popular city, the Raleigh-Durham International Airport is quiet and it's typically not very busy, which definitely makes for a less stressful travel experience. Given the size though, people are also surprised that it's an international airport, which is a great benefit for those wanting to travel overseas. The airport has undergone many renovations over the last 10 years and has quite a few more planned. So while there are not an abundance of restaurants and things to keep you entertained during layovers and waits, that will be changing in the future. Moving on, hands down, the most common thing I hear is how many trees we have. Raleigh is truly a city built amongst the trees, and people are many times taken aback by the beautiful scenery. Raleigh has done a great job preserving trees wherever possible and keeping nature preserves throughout, which makes for very beautiful drives and plenty of parks for fun. If you go to some of the higher points around Raleigh, all you will see are some treetops with buildings poking up, but below it's a fairly dense and developed city. Now, while the trees are definitely a pro from a scenery standpoint, we've had many people indicate they were confused as to where they were when driving around because of the trees. For those coming from a more urban city or one simply without trees, landmarks are obviously fairly easy to see. But with Raleigh building within and preserving trees, many roads, shopping centers, and more can come up on you quickly and cause you to miss your turn, even sometimes when using GPS. And sometimes you may temporarily feel like you're in the middle of the woods while driving, just to see a massive shopping center pop up around the corner. Sticking with the topic of driving, Raleigh's roadways are often labeled as confusing. While Raleigh does not have highways with massive overpasses stacked high like Washington, D.C. or Atlanta, its main city roads follow anything but a straight line, and our road names make no sense geographically. This can be especially confusing for someone coming from a large city built in a grid, and with roads labeled as numbers. A small sample of road names are Glenwood Avenue, Creedmoor Road, Wade Avenue, Six Forks, and Falls of the Neuse. And many downtown roads are named after founders or important figures in the city's history. So while there are reasons in history for the names, it doesn't help at all with navigation. And while many of these roads generally head into either the north, south, east, or west directions, they twist and turn quite a bit to get there. Also, if you think Raleigh is confusing, Cary has tried to one-up Raleigh in that category. You basically have to rely on GPS. To add to the confusion, Raleigh surprises people by how spread out it is. I've had quite a few people say they're used to their entertainment being in and close to downtown, whereas Raleigh has many different major sources of entertainment. While Raleigh's downtown is growing exponentially and living in entertainment options, places like North Hills, Lafayette Village, Fenton, nearby Cary, are large mixed-use developments spread throughout the city. This brings both positives and negatives, as while you definitely need a car in Raleigh, the population is spread out to reduce overcrowding and traffic. For those who are able to spend several days here and get to enjoy some of Raleigh's amenities, many are overly complimentary of our park system. Raleigh has a vast number of parks that offer something for everyone in hiking, biking, playgrounds, water activity, and much more. The comments have ranged from how beautiful the parks are again and again due to all the trees, the sheer number of parks they see while driving around, and when looking at maps, it's hard not to notice the incredible size of William B. Umstead Park. But for those visiting in the summertime, many have indicated that Raleigh is hotter than they thought it would be. The humidity of Raleigh in the summertime is no joke, as even though temperatures are in the 80s and 90s on most summer days, it's fairly common for the heat index to reach triple digits with the humidity. The worst times are when you expect, in July and August. But luckily, there's plenty of pools, lakes, and rivers around to continue to experience the outdoors and stay cool at the same time. For those who made the effort to experience Raleigh's restaurant and brewery scene, most have indicated there was much more than they realized, especially in the downtown area. But one thing I commonly hear is that Raleigh overall lacks some authentic, diverse food options. New Yorkers wonder where they can find the pizza and bagels that they're used to, and many are looking for authentic Asian cuisine. While there are some places that offer what you're looking for, they aren't as plentiful as many would like, and sometimes you have to go into Durham or one of Raleigh's suburbs to find it. But for those who experience or scouted out the breweries, just about everyone has reported they were impressed by the offerings, as Raleigh is known to have one of the best craft brewery scenes in the nation. The last topic I hear about a lot involves people, as many visiting say how nice and welcoming people generally are here. Raleigh is in the south, so you'll experience the southern hospitality for most. People are generally friendly, social with strangers, and willing to help out those in need. So don't be surprised if a stranger sparks up a conversation with you while you're online. I also hear that Raleigh is more diverse than most people thought before coming here, which has definitely changed over the past 15 to 20 years, as Raleigh has become such a popular destination to relocate to. I hope this video gives you some insight into what to expect when you're visiting Raleigh. And if you need any help finding your next home, our team here at the W Real Estate Group would love to help you. I'm Allison Warnerowski, and thank you for watching. We'll see you in our next video.